Going on, Logan? Waiting on the rest of the cave crew to come on in. While we're here today, I wanted to thank everybody. Going on, Logan? Waiting on the rest of the cave crew to come on in. While we're here today, I wanted to thank everybody for coming on my first live stream today. Earlier this evening, I had a good time schmoozing it up with us Giants fans live from my channel for the first time. I'm hoping to involve some of my personal friends in the New York City area who don't usually go in on our cruise, but they do follow here and there part-time. Will join us tonight as I've sent out the message. And we're waiting on the other big three, Joel, all right, the old goat from the north, the great Lou, who spits his knowledge outside of football. He brings a lot more, some religion and reality to this crazy world of ours. And Big Pat, who holds down the southern part of the country. Big giant fan, Pat, who's put himself and his own heart into this big blue crew. He's trying to create something bigger than just an individual. Going on, King Tone. There's a lot of topics that we could touch on with this Giants team coming up. You know, we touched on it earlier, from coach to GM. And that doesn't exclude the players on this team, to be honest. And that doesn't exclude the players on. So, we will touch on all these topics, including reports that are out there today that Jim Harbaugh would like to get back into the NFL, which is no shock to me. I expected it from about a year or two ago. And the guy, Harbaugh, I mean, it's no accident that he wants to come back to the NFL in a time when one of the most Flagstaff franchises in the NFL is having a hard time coming out of this dark, the New York Giants. And that would be, let me tell you something, that would be a welcome connection for this fan base to have Harbaugh come in here, hand him the keys, and let him build the program, because that's exactly what Harbaugh is. Harbaugh is a program builder. He did it with the Niners, and he took them to the Super Bowl in 12. And he took his 5 years to build Michigan, and look where they are right now. So he's leaving them off in good hands. All right, Lou. No problem. I'm waiting. What's going on, Bobby? Welcome to the cave stream tonight. Like I was telling people, I had my first live show earlier this evening on my channel. I felt it was a success. A lot of people enjoyed it. I enjoyed doing it. It's not about the fame. I'm not looking to be a millionaire. I just enjoy talking football, and we're a giant crew, but it doesn't mean you can't talk Eagles, Washington, Dallas, Jets. A lot of fans are welcome. Green Bay Packers, whatever's out there. You know, my friend Steve Sabone from LA is a big Raider fan. He comes in all the time. I mean, to keep it real, didn't expect the Eagles to have a big year this year. Actually thought they would be where we are. But I gotta tip the cap to a team that I really don't like. I gotta give the respect to the Philadelphia Eagles. Have they achieved something that nobody across the league really saw? All right. And for that, you got to give it to that coaching staff. So they put the Eagles in a good position. For the Eagles just to be playing in the playoffs and not even needing the week 18 game to get in. They're already in from week 17. you gotta say, man, it's impressive. And you gotta, what do you say? Dude, you gotta be real. It's hard for us Giant fans to eat that right now. But you gotta give credit to the Eagles organization and the coaching staff. Like I said, the Eagles are playing in the playoffs. Regardless of how far they go, it's already a successful season for them. So I'm waiting on the guys. It's okay. We could just snooze until they get in here. I see, as I was saying, I had to tip my cap to the Eagles. Believe me, that's not an easy thing to do. What's going on, Evan Spiesberg? I tell you what, there's a giant fan base right now. There's a fire growing across this fan base. And the media knows about it, and the media is going to pour gasoline into it, because what are the pack of rats in the New York media area do? That's what they do best, man. They want to stir the pot, throw some more oil into the fire. Giants are playing a game this Sunday that has no meaning at all, except that you don't want to win it, which is sad. You don't want to win the game, man. You don't want to win a game that's going to drop you in the draft standings, and it's pathetic to say that, but that's the state that this Giants team is in right now. What's going on, Steve? How you doing? And the organization's in a bad place, man. And so you go into a game in the last week of the season against your division rival, which you hate, but you can't honestly sit here. I don't care what your heart says. I know your heart always wants to win a football game, but your mind right now overrides your heart. Because if you win the game, you fall to 6 or 7 in the draft with your first pick from the 5th. And that's, some people may think that's not a big step down from 5 to 7, but in the draft. But when you right now are rivaling the Jaguars as the worst 2 teams in the country, man, those 2 spots mean the world. All right. And the New York Giants are in need of big-time players. And most of all, I went off on this about a year ago. Everyone knows. And I won't forget it, because a lot of people wanted receivers and sexy weapons. And there are young kids that I'm not saying they don't understand the game. They understand the football game, but they don't remember what won the Giants 4 Super Bowls. And in today's fantasy leagues and all the fancy ESPN highlights, you could easily get lost in the desire for these wide receivers and these star running backs. But here's the facts, man. You could have 3 superstar receivers and the best running back in the league. If you don't have the 5 fat, hard-working hog mollies up front, the offensive line, those weapons are meaningless. They're worthless. And the Giants went on and bought receivers and spent big money on Galladay, Rudolph, Ross. Then they went in the draft and they made the biggest mistake of all. They drafted Kadarius Toney, a cutting speedster, Tyreek Hill, mirror image, if you will. Put together a really strong team with a lot of sexy weapons, but you forgot one thing. The Giants went through a draft full of offensive linemen, and they came away with zero linemen. They didn't draft not one. They needed about 3. They didn't draft 1. And that's arrogance. Okay? So when you have, what's up, Ash, my man, when you have the arrogance of a lion, but what proved to be this year the brain of a mouse, you end up in week 18 when the fireworks are really going to start shooting is as soon as this game ends Sunday afternoon at about 4:15 Eastern. The media is going to go right to it. And the firestorm is going to start across the New York tri-state area. Is Judge getting fired, or is Judge going to be here for another year? Gettleman's retiring. Some people want to call it an underground firing. Okay, whatever it is. The man has 38 years in the league. He was not successful the last 3 years. He made some good moves. He made some bad moves. Some of it was the owner. Some of it was the coach. Mara's walking away from the game. I mean, Gettleman's walking away from the game after 38 years. If you want to kick him in the ass on the way out, go ahead. I'm not going to. Let the man retire with some dignity. He's been in the league forever for a reason. You don't be in the NFL for 38 years for no reason. The man was one of the top scouts in the league in his younger days. He's gotten older. He's lost his ways. He's battled cancer the last 2 or 3 years. Things are what they are, man. You want to use him as the punching bag, go ahead. Mara's done damage since Eli. The day they sat down Eli in the middle of his streak, Mara spent the next 2 years trying to make it up to the guy. And in the process, making all the wrong draft picks and destroying his team for the future. And Judge was given the keys in the draft last year, as I said earlier, which is fine with a young coach that you believe in. You want to let him make his pick so he could build his type of franchise, his team. But the man had messed up. And the only mess up I give him is not even that they bypassed the generational linebacker like Parsons. They neglected to pick O-linemen. Let me try to get the link out to these guys. 1 second. Just give me a second, Pat. I'm going to get it out there. I'm getting a link right now. Happy New Year to all. Pat, stand down. Still a second. I'm going to get that in there. All right. Just 1 second. I'm going to get the link into the chat for Pat and Lou and Joel if he's coming on. So basically, just to sum up real quick, that's where we're at. The game ain't even going to be a dot on what's coming after the game. And there are reports surfacing that Harbaugh would like to come back into the NFL. And it's no surprise that he's electing to come back in a time when one of the biggest franchises in football is in trouble and has a decision to make on their own coach. That man, Harbaugh, is not coming back to the NFL just to take on any organization. That man's a big-time name. He's a program builder. He's an elite coach, and he's looking to come to a big-time elite franchise. But that remains to be seen. We are waiting for the rest of the Cave crew to come on, talk some football tonight. Could be Giants, obviously. Maybe we touch on some of the playoff games coming up. Most of the league is set. I know there's a big-time game Sunday night between the Raiders and the Chargers. That's a win-and-in game. That is probably the game of the week. And I know Steve Sabone's a big Raiders fan, and I know he's excited about it. Zion just dropped the link. Pat, that's for you and Lou. What's going on, Big Pat?
What's going on, man?
I'm all right. I was holding it down a little bit.
What talking about right now, man?
Right now, we was touching on pretty much. I wasn't touching on any specific. I was just going through the things that the Giants organization is going through and what we might be facing Sunday night after the game. Go ahead, add what you'd like to add about some decisions that are going to be made. I'm pretty sure Tish and Mara will both be in the stadium for the game Sunday, and I don't think it's about the game. So there will be a meeting. You take it from there.
I mean, there will be a meeting after the game. There have been reports that Joe Judge will be back next year, but I mean, a lot of guys say a lot of things. Things change. You may see Joe Judge fired Monday coming up because I believe it's going to be another blowout. Jake Fromm at quarterback. I don't think it's any better than Glenn in that quarterback. I'm just looking at this game to see if the run game can still get on against that Washington 8 to 9 man front because they know we can't pass the ball. We're going in with Kenny Galladay and a bunch of practice squad receivers, basically. Joe Judge may be fired. That he may be. Only thing I say is, if you do fire him, what's the plan? Because if you fire him just to bring in another hotshot coach, you're redoing everything again. You're doing the same thing.
Right.
This organization needs a head coach that's an absolute leader, that has pedigree, that has enough gall to tell Mara, shut the hell up and let me do my job. And I don't think of Eric Bieniemy or whatever offensive coordinator, that offensive mind that you want to bring in here, that's not a Sean Payton, that's not like a Jim Harbaugh has become available if the price is right. If we hire another coach that's just a young guy that's never had any coaching experience, what do you expect to change? I question the chat. What do you expect to change if we hire another coach that has no coaching experience or has been a failure somewhere else? There was a name that was brought up the other day that I like too, Lovie Smith. He may be able to bring a little bit of organization to it. He's been to a Super Bowl. He turned that Bears team around. He hasn't gotten another chance since. So I don't know if he does not want to be a coach or he just hasn't got that opportunity. I think Jim Caldwell is interviewing for the Jacksonville job right now. So, I mean, I just challenged the chat, man. I know a lot of people has gotten on my case because I said, hey, you might as well keep Joe Judge. But the only reason why I'm saying that is because he's already been here. And he's probably going to be the most experienced guy that we have. And whether you want to give him credit for it or not, he has changed the culture of this team. What do you say? Everybody plays hard. Everybody does not play hard in the NFL. You just cut a guy because he can't stay awake in meetings. Does that mean he's playing hard? No, it doesn't. Like Joe just said, the hardest thing to change is a person's mind. And that's true. If a person has a set mindset, it's hard as hell to change him to do something different that you want him to do, especially when he's a grown ass man being paid money. So I challenge the chat. Tell me what happens if we go out here, fire Joe Judge, and we bring in another coach that is not of a pedigree of a Jim Harbaugh or somebody that's respected. If we go out there, hire another hot young coach that does not have any coaching experience whatsoever. So you're telling another guy to come in here after 3 straight failures of coaching experience. He has no, I mean, I'm not going to say he has no idea of being a leader of man, but he really has no idea of being the main guy. He's had one job doing what he's supposed to do at that organization. Now he has many jobs, and he has to monitor everybody else who has many jobs. That's hard. Is this fan base ready to really rebuild? Everybody's saying they want to break down everything and destroy everything and burn down everything. Are you ready to rebuild? Because those sayings of some people do it in 1 year, that happens every blue moon, and most of the time it was still moves made the 2 years prior that allowed a coach that had the mindset to use those pieces correctly. Joe Judge didn't have any pieces here to use correctly because there were no pieces here. He's had to put the pieces in place, get the culture in place, and now he's got to get the pieces in place to get the transfer his system over. This is a guy that didn't have full power. I don't care what anybody say. He did not have full power over his offense. Jason Garrett was not here to be under Judge. I truly believe that. I believe Jason Garrett here was like Coach 2. And whenever he had a problem, I think he was able to go to the Mariners, and they made it to where he was good. This man wanted to fire Jason Garrett over a year ago and couldn't do it. Why was that? That means there's a power structure in there that's not on his side. Mm-hmm. So you guys tell me, you want to burn it down? Burn it down. But I'm a type of person that I want you to give me some solutions. It's the only issue that I have with that. Where are your solutions? Who are the people you want to bring in? Because if you don't bring anybody here that has a pedigree that can rule with an iron fist, and I mean an iron fist, with this situation, you're going to be lost again. And guess what? You're going to be doing the same thing in 2 years. Fire them. And you're going to keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over again. You want to win now? I guarantee you fire Joe Judge and you bring in another hotshot coach that does not have any coaching experience whatsoever. It does not have a strong pedigree. You will be waiting until 2026 before you have anything that you want to do.
Go ahead, Pat. You can answer. That's my Steve Sabone from Los Angeles.
What's going on, Steve? It depends on what you think the right direction is. What I think the right direction is for a franchise that was an absolute crap storm, building a culture for this team and getting players to play hard, that's the right direction to me. You may not like the results. Nobody likes the results. I'm not even going to say you may not like you. Nobody likes these results. Nobody likes going out there and watching our team get their ass kicked day in and day out. We're frustrated. I get it. Boo, you have absolutely the right to boo this team, say this team is trash. You waste your time on Sundays watching this team, or if you go into the stadium, you pay good money to watch this team. You do. So you have the absolute right to be angry. But moving in the right direction would mean when something has to be rebuilt, and this team has to be rebuilt. If you don't see that, there's something wrong. If you don't see that this team needed an absolute rebuild, a reboot, from draft after draft after draft after draft after draft after draft of being terrible. Miz, am I wrong? How many drafts have we watched that turn out to be bad?
Right. Yeah. We've been bad now for a good 5-6 years, I would say.
These last two drafts these last two drafts haven't been the greatest, but it's the greatest to us because we got some decent players out these drafts. So I say he's moving it in the right direction, but according to fans and according to media, it's too slow. So that's why I beg you to answer. What's your solution? Because if you bring any coach in here that does not have a huge pedigree, you're going to go through the same exact thing. Same thing with the GM. Same thing with the GM. You fired your judge, you better make sure you got a damn good GM coming in here and has a damn good direction coming in here. And guess what, fans? You're still going to have to be patient. It's not going to change next year just because you fired your judge and Dave Gettleman. We don't go to an 11-win team just because Dave Gettleman and Joe Judge are fired. Especially if a new GM and a new coach come in here with a totally different direction. You fired Joe Judge, you fired a GM. You like Daniel Jones? He's gone. I promise you he's gone. You like Saquon Barkley? He may be traded. You like some of these pieces that we got on defense, Roche and them? Roche is he's not an undrafted free agent, but we got him off the practice squad. They have no ties to Roche, and he's very easy to release. He may be gone. What about people like Elderson Smith that you like? He's only a 4th-round pick. They can afford to release him. He may be gone. Tate Crowder, gone. I promise you that. Bradbury, he may be gone. And the middle linebacker, Martinez, gone. This defense, as you know it, that's been playing well together, even though they're not the most talented, they play pretty well. They're gone. Because if Jim Harbaugh comes here, none of those guys are staying because none of those guys fit his system. And guess what? I am totally for bringing Jim Harbaugh here because you know why? I have patience. And I know if Jim Harbaugh comes here, there's going to be no miracle we win a Super Bowl in a year with Jim Harbaugh. Because guess what? He has to tear everything down to build it back up. So that first year, you might see the best 8-win season at best. And that's if he just does one hell of a job in this draft and this team just gels. So are you willing to give Jim Harbaugh more than 2 years to get everything fixed? Because he just took 5 years to do it in Michigan. So what if it takes him 3 years a year? Are you guys going to say fire him after 2 years too? That's the type of stuff that I think about. It's all right to have passion. It's all right to be mad, but you got to think about this stuff too. The new GM you hired, is he going to like Harbaugh? Is that going to be his choice? Or the new GM that you hire, if you fire Joe Judge, would he want to get a coach that he think that he can mold? And if so, that's going to take time too. Let's say we get Jim Harbaugh and say he wants to bring in his own quarterback. He doesn't trust any of these quarterbacks in the draft because I truly believe Jim Harbaugh doesn't give a damn about a high draft pick quarterback. I truly believe that. I think he would go Russell Wilson route if he has that power within the organization. Let's say we give up 2 first-round picks, one this year, one next year, and have to give up 2 third-round picks like Miz said earlier in the stream. So that means this draft, you have 1 first-round pick, 1 second-round pick, a 4th-round pick, or 2 4th-round picks. Only way this works is if they hit on all those picks because Russell Wilson is going to take the rest of that cap room that you can get as far as releasing other players. Unless some cap guru comes in here and saves our ass. Bobby Murphy, you guys had draft picks and everything before Sirianni got there. You guys wanted to fire him after half the season. The only thing that saved you guys is they ran the ball. And guess what? You guys didn't beat the best of teams to get in there. Let's just be honest with you. You beat up on us. You beat up on the Washington football team. You beat the Raiders. We beat the Raiders. You lost. Did they lose to the Chargers? I think they lost to the Chargers. You lost to the Chiefs. So you guys didn't just become world beaters. You barely made it in there, and great job. But let's not act like Jalen Hurts and them weren't there before Sirianni got there. You guys didn't even like the draft that he had this year. You're fortunate enough to be beat up on us over here in the NFC East and beat up on teams like the Saints and them. So no, that guy did not change over a whole organization in 1 year. It just turned y'all into world beaters. Stop it. You lost to us this year. That should tell you something. And we're the biggest shitstorm in the league, according to Giants fans. So no, you guys are not world beaters. Ashton Griffey said if Joe Judge made the playoffs in the same road that Sirianni took, we don't speak the same about us. I would say that we're not world beaters. We made the playoffs, yeah. I just congratulated them on making the playoffs, but it's not like they turned everything around just this year. No, that's not the truth. They had pieces there, and that run game saved them this year. It's not like they were world beaters. Name 3 good teams they beat this year. Did they beat the Cowboys? Hell no. They lost to us 1 game. They beat Washington twice. They beat the Saints. We beat the Saints. They beat the Raiders. We beat the Raiders. They beat the Panthers. We beat the Panthers. You see where I'm going? These they didn't beat any great teams.
Right.
So that's why I act like they turned around and then all of a sudden they're the Chiefs. They're not the Chiefs. They barely made it into the playoffs. And congratulations to those guys. They did make the playoffs. That's a good turnaround. But let's see what Sirianni does next year.
Right.
Does Sirianni make the playoffs next year? Does he turn the league on fire next year? We'll see. Shit, let's see if they win a playoff game. Oh, they lost to the Raiders. No, I think they beat the shit out the Raiders, didn't they? Or they got crushed 31-7. My bad. So they didn't beat the Raiders. Shit, how many playoff teams they beat then?
None. What is
So
as sick as it make us feel, you got to tip your hat a little bit. They did win 9 games this year. They are in the playoffs, so we'll give them that.
They are. I give them that. They made the playoffs, but that's not like act like they just set the league on fire. Let's be real. If they didn't get those games against us in Washington, would they be in there? I don't think so.
Right.
Oh, they beat the Broncos. They're not a playoff team either.
No. They took advantage of a winnable schedule, which a lot of teams in this league don't do. So you give them a little credit for that.
Right. They beat the teams they were supposed to beat, and that's cool.
Right.
I give them kudos for making it to the playoffs this year.
Right.
I mean, you want to go through the teams. You want to go through the teams that they beat. They beat the Falcons, not making the playoffs. They lost to the 49ers as a playoff team. They lost to the Cowboys as a playoff team. They lost to the Chiefs who's a playoff team. They beat the Panthers. We beat the Panthers. They lost to the Buccaneers who's a playoff team. They lost to the Raiders. They beat the shit out the Lions. They lost to the Chargers who's a playoff team. They beat the Broncos who's not in the playoffs. They beat the Saints who's not in the playoffs. They lost to us. They beat the Jets. Come on. Washington football team, come on. Then they beat us, come on, and the Washington football team again. They have not beaten one playoff team this year.
Right. Well,
I get you, Bobby Murphy, but I just named the teams that you beat. Not one of those teams made the playoffs. Not one of those teams made the playoffs. The Cowboys, you got smoked. The Chiefs, you got smoked. The Panthers, a top 6 pick. The Buccaneers, you got beat. The Raiders are trying to get in the playoffs. You got beat. The Lions, the number 2 pick. The Chargers, you got beat. The Broncos, almost a top 10 team in draft position. The Saints, not going to the playoffs. You lost to us. You beat on the Jets, the number 4 pick. You beat the Washington football team, top 10 team in the draft. You beat us, the number 5 pick. Washington football team again in the top 10. Let's see what you do against the Eagles week 16. Let's see. I'm not a hater. I just told you congratulations, you made it to the playoffs, bro. What the hell am I hating on? But that's not a turnaround to me. That's not a turnaround. You didn't beat not one playoff team this year. You got 3 of your 9 victories against us and the Washington football team, the Jets, the Broncos, the Saints, which is a team that we beat, the Lions. Come on, they're the number 2 pick in the draft. The Panthers, we beat the Panthers. Come on. The good teams that you played, the Falcons, a top 10 team in the draft. You haven't beat one playoff team this year.
Yeah. And the Eagles.
Name me one playoff team that I just named the teams that you played. Name me one of those teams that's a very good team that you beat this year.
All right. I don't
see
know
what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, us.
A turnaround is if you guys went, I say 12 and something, because you beat up on the Cowboys. You turn around, you beat a Buccaneers team or something like that.
Right.
That's not being a hater. Being a hater is why I say you guys still suck. I didn't say you guys still suck. You guys came up with a plan and you ran that damn ball and you beat the teams that you were supposed to beat. Point blank, period. I just named the teams that you beat, and not one of those teams. Look, what you haven't beat a team with a winning record. When I look at it, you haven't beat one team with a winning record this year. Not one. Think about that. You haven't beat one team that's had a winning record. That sounds like just luck of the draw to me. But you did do what you were supposed to do. You were supposed to beat those teams. You can only play the teams that's put in front of you, and you made the playoffs. Congratulations. Now go beat a playoff team in the playoffs. Then come holler at me about Sirianni.
Right, well, that's
Mike
true.
Tomlin's not going anywhere. But if he did leave, he'd be a hell of a fit for the Giants. But Mike Tomlin's not going anywhere.
No.
He's a Steeler for life if he wants to. That man had a terrible team out there. I ain't going to say he had a terrible team because they still got a lot of talent. But Big Ben is a shell of himself. Right. And he still got that team in a playoff conversation this year. That's one hell of a coach. That's something Joe Judge can't do right now. Everybody that's a Joe Judge saying he's a clown compared to Mike Tomlin, yes, he is. I definitely agree. Compared to Jim Harbaugh, yes, he is. A Sean Payton, yes, he is. But any normal coach, I think he's a little bit better.
Right. No, Tomlin's a special coach. Even when he has a bad year, like I said earlier, the Steelers has still pull out 8 wins. That's called a horrible year for the Steelers, you know?
So. Right. And you're definitely right about that. We have to get to that point to where a horrible year for us is finishing a game over 500. We'll jump for joy for that right now. And Pittsburgh Steelers fans are pissed off. That's the difference between franchises like the Steelers and us right now. Is Harbaugh a real possibility? Yeah, the pay is right. Yeah, Jason, Tomlin's a Steeler for life. Unless he totally bombs out like 2-3 years in a row, I don't see Mike Tomlin ever leaving Pittsburgh.
Nope.
But that's why I like bringing up facts for people like Bobby Murphy. You haven't
But
said one thing when I brought up the facts. You guys have not beat one team that has a winning record this year. Not one. And half the teams you beat, we beat. And we beat you. And we're the shit. We're the shit of the league. Let's be honest.
yeah, actually, the Eagles are the last team we won against. If I'm right.
Right.
And I remember after that game how the Eagle fan base was acting. They acted like the season was over. Their team is garbage. They don't want Hurts. He's trash. So it's a funny thing how they forgot. But you're gonna go in the playoffs now, and you're gonna the level of football is gonna rise up, and you're gonna play a real ass football team. And you could come in here and have some fun with the Giant fans. Yeah, you're better than the Giants right now. That's okay. But you got to go play a real team in the first round. And if you lose that game, I want you to be the same man you are tonight and come back in that chat because you know we'll be here talking that week. And I want to see you come in here, not hide for 2 weeks and then come back. Okay?
Right.
And after you lose the first game, and believe me, I don't care who you're playing, you're losing the first game. We'll see if you even make it a game. That's the whole thing. That's what we're really going to find out. Can you make it a game and lose by 3, or are you going to get blown out the house? Well, you come back here and we'll have that conversation then.
Shout out to Nikki in the chat. She says, Miz, you're the GOAT. I love how passionate you are for our team. Yeah, I tell you guys all day, this is the most passionate Giants fan out here.
I appreciate
now,
it.
You want passionate about the Giants, you come to the Miz's show.
I think everybody's passionate. We have different ways of showing it. And we're going through hard times right now. So some people are really down on the team and they're not able to get themselves psyched up. So I get it. But I still feel the way I always felt. This organization has been through these times before, maybe not this low, but they've been through bad seasons, 4 or 5 year stretches, and they've always found a way to bounce back and go win you 2 Super Bowls in 4 years. We've seen it twice in our history. I'm a big guy on history repeats itself. So believe me, the Giants will be back. Mara's not the type of owner that doesn't care. See, on the contrary, Mara cares a lot.
Right. So it's easy to kick us while we're down. You go ahead and get your kicks in. Get as much kicks in as you need. Hey Lou, the link should be towards the top of the chat link, Lou.
You find it, Pat? This is
Shout out to the entertainer talking drugs. He says, "Stand up, Big Pat." Yeah, Logan, you're right. Merrick cares. He's just dumb when it comes to. Hold on.
Did Lou get it? Yeah, there it is. It's up top.
Yeah, it's at the top, Lou.
Lou, scroll to the top. Zion put it in there. Gone.
The Giant. Rodney says we made O linemen cry after that game. They was crying after we beat them. Yeah, that's cool.
Let me see if I could. Not good at this. There it is. StreamYard.
Really, it's easy. It's in your StreamYard, man. Just copy the address bar and right click it, pick copy, and then paste it in the chat.
Not there. Oh, I don't know. 1 second. I can't get it, Pat. Let me try again. 1 second, Lou. I'm trying to get it in there. I want
Steven says respect his loyalty, but at the detriment of the franchise. It is. It is at the detriment of the franchise. Sometimes his loyalty was too strong. His loyalty was too strong to Eli Manning at the time. They should have moved on from Eli Manning when they had the chance, but they didn't.
You didn't get it?
Slade, what's going on? He says Eagles fans show up all of a sudden, but if they were bad, they wouldn't be around. Yeah, highlight the link with your mouse, Miz, copy it, and then paste it back.
I don't have a mouse. That's a problem. But I'm doing it, but it's still not allowing me to do it. So. Copy the clipboard.
Hey, go to the actual YouTube and make me a moderator. As a matter of fact, hold on. Let me see if I can do it.
Calls on. Hold on. I did that, Lou. I don't have a mouse. Hold on.
Yeah, you got to make me a moderator in order for me to do that.
Let me call my steps.
We got somebody here. What's going on? His name is Dickhead Donnie. What's going on, bro? He says, "What y'all doing? What y'all doing with our 2 first-round picks?" It could go different ways, man, depending on who the coach and GM is. But honestly, I would love to see 2 offensive linemen. I would love to see 2 offensive linemen.
One second, I got him coming to do it.
Eagles fans were making excuses, Blue City, when they lost to us. But like I said, congratulations on making the playoffs. Jeff, what's going on? But you guys haven't beat not one winning.
How can I copy the stream and paste it here in the chat for people? I've been doing it the right way, but it's not going over.
Control C.
Oh, I was tapping this.
Okay.
Now go over there.
Okay, now X that out. And then Control V for copying it.
Thank you. Control C and then take it over there. Control V. All right, I got it.
There you go, Lou.
That's a whole different way that I didn't even know. All right. What's going on, Jay? All right. So Lou will be joining us. No Joe tonight, Pat?
I think Joe, he might still be going through a little bit of a migraine, so hopefully he's getting his rest. Look at this dude, man. What you gonna come in and say, Bobby Murphy? What you gonna say?
He's gonna rub our faces in some eagle pie.
Yeah, I guess so.
That's your call, guys. I'm good with it. I'm not getting mad no more. What's up, Lou? I got you. What up, Lou?
Big Lou. What's up, Lou? I'm still backstage. You talking about what's up, Lou?
Leave me alone, man. I'm trying.
Hey, now, Miz, look under your screen.
Yeah.
Right under the picture of us 3, you'll see little different video images, the shape of your TV. Click on those and see which one you like best.
Solo layout.
I think it's number 2.
Click on the second or the third one. The other one.
Oh, he clicked you off. You gotta add them back.
Lou, don't mess with me.
Those are the ones at the top.
No, up right under.
Oh,
right
I see
them.
What about them? Click on them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, see which one you like the best. You like that screen the best?
No, click on the other ones.
No, I like the screen we had.
No, go to the next one.
All right, hold on.
There you go.
Okay, that's good. You got Bobby waiting in the weight room. I'm leaving it up to you guys.
I don't feel like arguing. That's why I ain't been getting on
Well,
the
what's
stream.
coming?
Yeah.
What's coming is a slap of humble pie to us, so you know what's coming.
No, I ain't been getting on the stream with you guys lately because it's been a bunch of
What's up,
arguing.
Slay?
I'm like, I don't want to fucking argue.
Well, those arguments that it's just fire within the Giants fan base. I think that's over now. I think we got it all out our system. Pat and Adam are good. We're all good. This argument, you know where this is coming. This is coming from Philly. So, I mean, you know what to expect. If you could take it for 5 minutes, I'll put them on. It's up to you.
Well, no,
I
this
keep
is the
reading.
Giants Cave podcast. Joel is supposed to be here, not no stinking Philly fan.
Big Play Slay says, Pat, I mean, okay, we haven't faced many great teams, but we can't handpick our schedule. We played the Broncos when they were at 500, and the Saints a team fighting for the playoffs. Not the best, though. I just said you beat the teams that you had on your schedule, and you made the playoffs. Congratulations. But what else you want me to say?
3
It's not
homies,
like
1 bed. Pause.
Ring the bell, sub up to everybody here.
Yep.
Give us some love. What's up, Big Slay?
Appreciate it.
What's up,
It's like what
Logan?
do you want me to say? The Eagles are a great team?
Yeah.
No, you're not. You're not a great team.
Far from it.
You beat the teams that you were supposed to beat. You made the playoffs. Congratulations. But I just told you, you haven't beat not one team with a winning record. And half the teams that you beat, we beat. And we beat you.
What's going on, Michael?
Hey, Michael Hart.
What's going on, Michael?
Click that subscribe button.
You want to say
Click that
what's up?
subscribe button for Miz. Click that subscribe button for Pat and me if you want to.
We got many others in this crew. Join the crew. We got a big Giants crew. We're growing. We love nothing but to get into it over the Giants, and we're going to find a way to fix this organization.
Yeah, I hope you understand what I'm saying. That's not a slight.
I hope it's not a fire. I hope it's just beep because the battery's low. He said he got a fire alarm beeping and it's driving him crazy.
I think you're talking about me. My fire alarm beeps.
You still ain't changed the battery?
Building a team over there in Philly. You know, like we said earlier, nobody's hating. Your guys made the playoffs. You had a good season. Nobody's taking that away from you. Now you got to go to the playoffs with the big boys, with the men. Right. You're going to find out what you're made of.
Take my ass back inside, bro. Cold in the motion.
Yeah.
Nothing but a jersey on.
Yeah.
No, it snowed today and yesterday.
Yeah, I heard you guys got some snow down there.
I'm outside with a damn jersey like a genius.
Yeah, it missed us. I heard the South. Some places have like 10 inches.
We only got like 6. But
hey, that's a lot for you
I
guys.
love it. I fucking love it. These people don't know how to drive. The roads are clear as hell.
Mm-hmm.
It missed us.
Osama been swagging. What's going on, bro? Thank you for tuning in, man. Like and subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, sub up. We do these streams every week. We have the Cave Week. We have a bunch of other streams. Everybody has a stream on their channel. The Miz finally decided to join today's world and learned how to open up a stream. But
I just put a video out. 20-minute video. My first 20-minute video ever.
About time, I told you.
I'm going to watch that tonight, Will.
I did a full 7-round mock draft. I got 11 picks and 3 picks for next year.
All right,
I got 4 linemen, an edge rusher, defensive tackle, 2 linebackers, 2 tight ends, a wide receiver, a running back, all beasts.
Hey, Lou, we didn't get your perspective. What do you think about some of these rumors with a possibility of Harbaugh coming to the Giants? Just your opinion on it. Whatever. Just
hey, listen, I like Joe Judge's philosophy. I don't think he was given a fair shake having Jason Garrett forced on him. But if you tell me that you're going to fire him and bring Jim Harbaugh in here, sign me the fuck up. Where do I sign?
Right, that's pretty much, I would say, 98% of the fan base.
You know, and it's nothing against Joe Judge, but Jim Harbaugh is a proven team builder.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, a lot of times with first-time coaches, this is what happens. They come in, they fail, they go back to an OC position somewhere, they go to college and become a head coach, and they learn. And then they come back and, hey, they take a team to the Super Bowl a few years later somewhere. But unless they're going to give him the keys to the city and let him pick his guys and build his team, if we're going to bring another GM in here that's going to shit can him or something like that, you know.
Right. Well, when you're getting a hardball, what you're getting is a program builder, proven already. So.
Oh yeah, shit. When he was with San Francisco, his defense was what, top 5 in 4 seasons. In 4 seasons in a row, they was in the playoffs. Got them to the Super Bowl. He did it again with Michigan.
With Michigan.
Where else did he do it? Penn State. Was it? No, it wasn't Penn State. It was where was he at before? He was a college coach before, not at Michigan.
Who are you talking about?
Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh was a college coach before he went to the 49ers?
Talking about before he went to Michigan, he built another program. Yeah, he was a.
No, he left the 49ers and went straight to Michigan.
Well,
before the 49ers, he built a program at another college and got them to a championship. I can't remember who it was. Princeton or Penn State, something with a P.
Hold on, let me see.
I mean, Jeff. Let's see what Jeff was asking here. 1 second. Okay. Well, Mario Harbaugh, would he give Harbaugh?
He was a head coach at San Diego.
Right.
And he was a head coach at Stanford. I forgot.
Stanford, not Princeton. Stanford.
That's what I'm thinking of. Stanford, yeah.
Okay, he was a head coach at Stanford.
Because he coached Andrew Luck. He coached Andrew Luck at Stanford.
He sure did, didn't he? He had Stanford rocking.
Yeah, man. So
he also had guy who broke his leg in 7 places, Alex Smith. He coached him up and made him better.
Yep, at San Francisco, yeah.
So imagine what he could do to Daniel Jones.
Right. Or he might not want Daniel Jones. But hey, when you bring a guy in like that, it's your decision.
But knowing Jim Harbaugh, before he picked the quarterback, he would fix this O-line. So he would have to run with Daniel Jones another season. Because that would be the smart thing to do. Would fix this O-line and that D-line so that we can create a fucking pass rush. And then you start filling in the blanks everywhere else.
Yep. But like I told everybody, it's going to take time no matter who comes in here.
Yeah. Yeah. If we blow it all up right now, we're looking at another 3 to 4 years.
But somebody asked if we would give up a first rounder and a second rounder this year for Russell Wilson.
No, then who are we going to put in front of him to block for him if we do that? This is what I don't understand, why people keep bringing this up. Listen, I love Russell Wilson, okay? But if he don't have nothing but Andrew Thomas in front of him to block, it's going to be the same shit show we've been watching, just with a better quarterback.
Yep, so a couple of games, instead of being 4-13, we might be a 7-9 or a 7-10.
And how does that really help us? We get that man killed in his last 3 or 4 seasons because he's already 34 years old. So we'd be betting the farm on a quarterback that's on his way out, and we don't even have a line to block for him. Exactly. And then we don't have receivers who can stay healthy long enough to play a full season.
Right.
I mean, Champ, he does have good awareness in the pocket, but if you can't get an O-line to give him any pocket, what are you supposed to do?
Man, I would love to have me a hot pocket right now.
Hey, do y'all want to let this dude come over here real quick? Because
it's up to you. He seems to have a fetish for you.
Scared of him or something. He got a fetish for me for some reason. Like, there's nothing you can say to me. Like, I don't know,
Bobby, I'm gonna let you come on for 2 minutes and talk about your Eagles. But if you say something stupid to Pat, I'm gonna come find you and slap you. I'm telling you right now. Don't be stupid. I'm letting you come on. I'm doing the right thing by you. Don't be stupid. Go ahead, call in.
That was the calmest threat I've ever heard.
Hey,
This motherfucker
I'm
here,
not too
man.
far from Philly. I'm right up I-95, 40 minutes. It's no big deal. I hop in my truck. So, yo, come on and be respectful. Talk football. Don't get personal.
Shit.
Go ahead, Bobby. I'm waiting for your call.
Authentic, what's
Authentic.
good?
What's up, my brother? Authentic.
11-6
Your
next
show
year,
earlier
Authentic.
tonight. I was watching a little of your show. Always a good show with the beard.
I think Dwayne Brown might be washed, yeah.
Oh, you watched my mock draft? Thank you very much, man. Go ahead and click that subscribe button for me. That would really help me out, man. Trying to get to 600.
I ain't got a chance to watch it yet because I've been on here, but I'm gonna watch it when I'm done. Authentic with the 11-6 in the chat with the bicep.
Yes, sir. We going 11-6. I'm still on my 11-6 shit, Authentic. Just not this season, apparently.
I seen Authentic earlier with the beard. I seen Authentic for the first time getting real heated in one of his. He's usually very calm and well spoken. This time he was heated and well spoken. I was watching. I saw it. I think Authentic. I'm not 100% Authentic. You could definitely give us your view, but I think his view is that he wants to move on from things. I think.
Yeah, I mean that's a good subject as well. If we do get Jim Harbaugh, what do you think he does first? I mean, Lou said he thinks he builds the offensive line first.
Yeah, because I mean,
do you think he does that, or do you think he goes for Russell Wilson? What do you think he does?
I
you
told
gotta
you,
think like Jim Harbaugh right here.
I feel very
personal feeling.
strongly that you could get a Wilson and still build this O-line, this draft, because I still feel you will have most of your picks in those first 4 rounds. Because you do got 2 3s and 2 1s. So you will still have 1 1 and 1 3. You will still have a 2 and a 4. Or do we have 2 4s, right? You could
we have
build
2
an
4s.
O-line. Lou, we could build an O-line and have Russell Wilson walk through this door. And imagine putting Russell Wilson together with Harbaugh. You finally have leadership, foundation, and winning. You talk about culture. There would be a culture here instantly.
Bobby Murphy told you to click the link and come on.
All right, here's Bobby. I'm going to bring Bobby in. Bobby, you better do the right thing or it's the last time. Go ahead, Bobby. Talk Eagle football. What's up, Bobby?
Oh, shit.
Hey, yo. Miz.
I'm here.
We so agree on how to rebuild the Giants. It's not even funny, bro. And I was saying it
in the past. I know you want to build the O-line.
from last season, bro. Right? For some reason, Pat don't like me. And it's okay. It's okay, man. Pat,
listen, bro. Listen,
sometimes we just disagree.
Yeah,
right?
We let you on here, which means we have nothing against you.
Don't listen. You love having me on here. I'm a delight. I'm wonderful.
Pause.
Listen, I could help you fix your football team. If you listen to me, last year, I'm on Hub's channel. I'm popping back and forth with Miz, right? I'm saying, Slater, draft Slater in the first round. You need hog mollies. You need linemen, right? You guys went out in free agency, spent all this big money, and you guys actually thought you were going to win the NFC East. And we were going to be last, though, right?
But if I remember, Bobby, you guys did that first.
Wait, if I remember right, weren't we going to be last in the NFC East?
Yeah.
If I remember right.
Yeah.
Because, listen, Miz, no disrespect. I was being mocked by saying, right, we're going to be a lot better than what you guys think we are. You know, I did say we might even win the East or at least be in the playoffs. And I was laughed at. I was mocked at. Right? Right?
Playoffs?
I mean,
Playoffs?
let's just dude, you can go back. It's all on video on Hub and everybody else's videos, right? Me saying this. Well, what happened now? Dude, let me tell you something.
Didn't I just tell you congratulations, y'all made the playoffs and y'all beat
Well,
the teams
thank
y'all
you,
was supposed
Pat.
to beat?
But you
Didn't I
really
say
don't
that
mean
like
it.
5 times?
It's like a
What do you mean
half-ass.
I don't
It's like
mean
a
it?
half-ass comment,
So
dude.
what
It's like a
am I supposed to
half-ass.
say?
You
What
don't
am
like
I
me.
supposed to say,
He didn't
Bobby?
have to compliment you at all.
Right.
He just
You're
let
What
you
right.
on
was you
the
talking
channel
Exactly.
and
about?
complimented you. And then instead
Yo,
of
for
saying
real.
thank you, you say that's a half-ass comment. It's like you like to come on here and start
Yeah,
arguments,
it's
and then
our
when
shit.
people argue with you, you be like, oh,
No,
they don't
I
like
love
me.
these guys. No, Miz knows. Miz knows.
What am I
No.
supposed to
See,
say?
Lou, don't get me twisted. Don't get me twisted, bro. Right? I love my brothers. I love Miz. I love Pat. I love Hub. Uh, uh, KB. All of them. Right? We've been going back and forth for a minute. Right? For real.
Okay.
Miz, you know that, right?
Yeah, but listen,
Even me and
we
Miz
had it
came
the first
around.
time. We heard the first time we had it
We
out, but we gotten good definitely the last few times. I'm okay, Bobby. I get it. Listen,
we
you have a right. You have a right to say something. The Eagles made the playoffs. You heard me earlier. I
hey,
did give the Eagles their credit. They did make the playoffs. I
maybe
cannot take that
maybe
away.
maybe one day you guys can. You know what I'm saying?
See what I'm
Listen,
saying?
I don't think that day will be too far away. You know what I'm saying?
Man, get
Maybe,
your jokes in. Get
dude.
your jokes in now. But I
Like,
ask you
like
this
you.
though,
No,
Bobby.
bro, for
Go ahead.
real. I almost feel bad for you guys sometimes. Like I almost start to feel seriously. Like I'm
Well, let
like,
me ask
fuck.
you a
How can I
question,
help
Bobby.
these
Can I
guys?
ask you a question, Bobby? Because I know
Hire
you
Doug
want right.
Peterson.
Bobby,
Hire
can I
Doug
ask you? Can
Peterson.
I ask you a question? Can I ask a quick
Somebody.
question, Bobby? Well, am I allowed to
Yes,
ask a
sir.
question on my channel or not? Let
Yes,
me ask you one little question, man. You say you feel
yes,
bad
sir.
for us, right? You say I know that you're about my age, right? You're around 40 years old, give or take,
Mm,
right?
yes,
How
sir.
many how many times you watched the Giants go down Broadway and raise that Lombardi, and how many times you saw your Eagles raise that Lombardi? Tell me right now.
Absolutely.
Then don't feel bad for us
For
until
real,
you
miss.
catch us. You got 3 more to catch us
And
before
to
you
tell you
should
the
feel
truth,
bad for us.
and miss, to tell you the truth, like when you guys were going against the Patriots and shit, I was right there rooting for you, bro.
Hey, I rooted for
That's
y'all
NFC
too.
East
I
shit.
I
Exactly.
rooted I
That's
I
rooted for
rooted for
y'all
you
NFC.
too.
guys
See,
also. I did.
here's
Yeah.
what you don't understand. That's NFC East shit. Where when the Giants beat the Patriots in the Super Bowl, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
because
like
that's our division.
that
I did the same thing when
that
y'all won. When y'all pulled out the
we're like
Philly special, I
family,
was clapping like I was from Philly.
right? We're like family, but
I
like
tell you who I'll never do that shit for.
we're a little twisted.
Dallas. I
Cowboys.
will
I'll
never cheer
never
for
do that for the
fucking Dallas.
Cowboys.
Yeah, it's hard
Ever.
to
I
yeah.
don't give a fuck who
Okay,
they're playing.
3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. I tell you what though, I ain't like the fucking Redskins either. But for real, Miz, that was a good point you brought up, right?
Oh yeah.
Right? But I'm telling you the truth. When you guys went 9-7, right, on the road, and was winning those games, those playoff
Road
games,
Warriors. Road
boom,
Warriors.
boom,
Damn
boom,
right.
on the road. I said, yeah, Giants, and they're coming up against the undefeated Patriots
Oh,
and
so you think you're
the
gonna do
mighty
what we did?
cheating Tom Brady. We all know they cheated along their way. We all know that. It's a fact, right? And for you guys to beat them and to win, I was happy. It was a good Super Bowl Sunday for me, brother.
I figured out what Jeff
So
be doing. Jeff be watching entertainer streams and then taking his quotes and putting them in our comment section.
What?
That Jeff just literally quoted everything the entertainer said on his stream in our chat. that John Mara need to fire himself as president of the team.
Yo, but for real, I mean, it's your guys' business. You know what I mean? It's your argument. But dude, I'm actually starting to feel sorry for you guys. Like,
Don't feel sorry for us, bro.
Right.
We're one
We
of the
good
most
over here.
historic franchises in the NFL. I feel bad that y'all haven't
okay,
got there yet.
yeah, you used to be. Yeah,
No, we
This
still
franchise
are.
is so historic. People take their chances to kick us while they're down because they know we won't be down for long.
Right.
dude.
So
And
I'm
they know and they
I'm
know
in
not,
when
my
we
I'm not
come
opinion.
worried
back
about
up, it's a wrap. We gonna
Hey,
hurt
Miz,
Jalen Hurts.
Miz,
I'm here. Yeah,
Miz, Miz.
I'm here. What's up, Bobby?
Me and Miz are on the same level. It's how to rebuild the Giants. We've already talked about it. We already discussed about it, and it is what it is, right? All you other guys, we can fight and
it. It
argue.
is
You
what it
can
is, right?
cuss me out, think I'm a hater, but there's a reason. I'm not here because I hate you guys. I want you guys to get better, to make the division better, so we can do this. You know, it makes football fun. Football is
Well,
fun. Pat,
Bobby,
Pat.
Mm-hmm.
since you didn't include me in that you and Miz are on the same level on how to rebuild the team, go watch my mock draft video that I just put out. Because all I
Look,
did
I
in
just
my
don't know
mock
you
draft,
that well, brother.
no, I get it. I get.
I
That's why I'm
just don't
telling
know
you.
you that
No,
well.
I'm not offended. That's why I'm telling you to go check out my draft, so then you can see if me and your views line up. I'm not offended that you
Okay,
didn't
man.
mention me. I'm
What's
telling you,
your
Good grabs up there too.
G Nation,
drop your link
G Nation.
in the chat so I can I'll sub to you, bro. No problem.
I'm just telling you because in my draft,
Drop it in the chat.
Logan or somebody, Logan, can you put my information in the chat, please, since you're a moderator? Because I'm not a moderator on Mrs. Channel.
Logan, do your thing, Logan.
But
But
yeah,
yeah,
no,
Pat,
no,
I
I'm
built the
not. I'm.
offensive
Mr.
line and the
Pat,
defensive line in this draft.
Go ahead.
Mr. Pat, Mr. Pat.
Mr. Pat.
Right?
Go ahead. Go ahead,
We
Bob.
need to get along better. We need to get along better,
I'm
bro.
perfectly
Because
fine
for
with you.
real,
You the one that called me a hater. I didn't call you
no,
out.
you got all
I'm the one that
nasty and
lobbied for you to get on the
you
screen.
man. I was trying to, be nice, and you tore me up, man. You were like, oh, this guy, yeah. Listen, for real, I don't even like, I don't even like Eagles content creators. That's what
I
I'll
know.
be
That's
honest
why
with
you're
you.
here. That's why you're
That's
here.
why I'm here. Because you guys keep it real, though, right? And Miz knows, and Hub knows, and all these other cats know when I come up in here.
There
Like,
you go.
at least I keep it real, and we can talk like football. I know I bust balls a little bit, but it's all in good, man. I love you guys, man. For
It
real.
is all good.
Yeah, it
There
is
you
all
go.
good.
The link is in the chat there, Bobby.
Okay, man. And you do
Yo,
like what,
Bobby.
boxing, all that stuff too?
Yeah, I do boxing as well. Yeah,
Yep. Leather to the
All
face.
right.
Have a damn good time doing that
we
too.
was gonna do the Triple G fight the other day, but it got
They
canceled
got
because of
canceled.
COVID. I was mad.
Uh,
That would have been a good fight. He'd have beat that dude, but it still would have been a good fight.
When did they postpone it? What date are they gonna pick
They
it back up?
didn't give a date. They just said it was canceled due to COVID because
Hmm.
where they were fighting at had a real big spike,
Okay.
but they didn't give another date. Steve Sabone says, "I love
man,
everybody except Tom Brady."
you know what?
Yo,
I'm not gonna
Bobby,
lie
I
though. I'm not
wanted
gonna
to say
lie.
something. Go ahead, Bobby. Talk.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm really happy being in playoffs. I don't think we're gonna do much. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at who we're facing. I mean, really, look at it. It's like an
Oh
uphill
shit!
battle,
Get out of here, Chris.
right?
That's my
We
green
got
screen, bro.
Tampa, Hey, Miss, call me crazy, right? Miss,
Bobby, you are
call me
crazy, but you
crazy,
know it's love. It's
but
love.
but but maybe I want to face Tampa first. They
Yeah,
got
that's your
injuries
best bet.
It's not
That's
a
and
your
bad
best
they're
idea.
bet.
all fucked up, right, Pat?
Yeah,
That's
it's
your
not a
best
bad
bet.
bet. And you'll
Now
be
that's
I
playing
one
mean,
with
like,
team
house
if
I
you
give
think
you a
money.
about it,
chance against.
You'll be
if
playing with
you're
house
thinking about it,
money,
look,
and
dude.
Tampa have
Hey,
all the
listen.
pressure on them. So yeah,
You know, I'm coming in. It's like with a puncher's chance, right? I'm not thinking we're winning no Super Bowl or nothing, right? But we got a puncher's chance. And then when you look at this league, how it's been, dude, there's really nobody that's been dominant. They can't get beat up. I mean, shit. The Bengals just beat the Chiefs last week. You feel me?
yes.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
wide open.
sure did. They damn sure
It's
did.
wide
Forgot
open.
about that.
I will say
It's
this:
a
Tampa
it's a
Bay is your best bet.
oh dude, I'm just saying. I'm just saying now. Uh really for me, I'm proud of a first year team, like semi rebuilding. We made the playoffs. I see some progress, and we got 3 first round picks. Good lord, I see the future, right? You guys, you guys. This is where dude, I actually feel bad for you guys. It's been a fucking disgrace what's been going on up there,
Damn.
and what? No, no, no. I'm just saying, man. No, for real. And I mean this. I'm trying to be nice. It's a fucking disgrace what's been going on up there with these clowns. Because Miz is right. The Giants are a fucking respectable organization, dude. Me growing up, very respectable. Bill Parcells, shit. Man, I'm a season ticket holder up there. When man, we're in for a game. Let's rock, right? Let's go. Something went wrong. After Coughlin left, something went wrong.
Yeah, they
In the
forced him out, and he wasn't the
Hmm.
issue. Jerry Reese didn't rebuild that old line, and Coughlin took it in the neck for
Pat, the only thing is though, the only problem I have with you, man, right, is you. Why are
Sorry,
you laughing?
because that shit was a crazy segue. We were talking about one thing, and then he's just like,
He
"And Pat,
said,
my
"You know
only
what the
problem with
problem
you."
I got with you?"
No, but Pat, Pat, and the funny part is a lot of your brothers are going to agree with me, right? Wipe this shit clean. Get Gettleman's got to be gone. Joe Judge gone. All Freddie Kitchens and his kitchen gone. Go, go, just go.
And I
And
told, I
then
told.
look,
Go ahead,
dude,
go
and
ahead.
you got 2 first round picks, right? You could rebuild your team, if you have the right person in the right position, picking the right picks, right? That's the problem, though. Who's picking these picks? But,
Gotta bring in a real
dude,
GM.
Well,
But
thank you
and,
for
Bobby,
and
admitting
Miz,
that we've had a fake one for the last 4 years.
right?
Thank you.
yeah,
But Bobby, I'll tell you
I'm not.
this. That's totally understandable about people wanting to clear everything out. I totally understand that. My only issue with that is who do you bring in? Because people want to win right now. That's all you hear from Giants fans. We want to
And we are
win
not
right
set up
now.
for success right now.
And
So
we are
even if
not
you
set
bring
up
in a
to
great head coach,
exactly.
we still don't have the players on the field to win right now. So
So
then
what's
in a
the
year, they're going to be screaming the same shit about the guy they bring in now. Off with his head, get him out of here. And then we'll be in the same fucking hamster wheel that we've been in.
What
You
use is to
really
bring in another head coach?
don't know.
That's going to be his first time being a head coach.
And I don't
Unless you
mind.
can get you a Harbaugh or a Sean Payton or somebody like that
Then
falls
yeah,
to you,
by all
then
means,
yeah,
blow it up if you're gonna do that. But don't bring in
well,
another unproven coach to do the same shit.
exactly. It's gonna do the same thing. You're gonna start right back over again. Guess what? We're gonna have Bobby Murphy on our channel saying, "I feel bad for you again." Same shit
Down,
over and
Rick's
over
down.
again.
He's stupid. What's up, Vanessa? That's one of my best friends I grew up with in Brooklyn 20 years. He's also a big Eagles fan. Don't let him fool you as he quietly hides in the chat. He comes in
Hey,
our chat
thank
talk.
you. He's agreeing with me. He said this man is correct about the hamster wheel. Thank you, Mr. Benesa. Go ahead and subscribe to G Nation Inside Sports, where we give you that real not this watered down Bobby Murphy. No.
Oh man,
Oh man, he
Riggs'
didn't say
career is
nothing.
over.
I was waiting for him to say something. I thought that was gonna get him going.
He might be gone. Bobby,
Here, Bobby?
Yeah.
He's there. What's up, Big Slay?
No, listen. See, here's the thing, man. Me and Miz been on the same page from the jump. You gotta go O line.
that's true. I wanted an O lineman of Michael Parsons. I did. I didn't want a receiver in the first round.
You
I
guys,
was shocked when we
you
took Charles.
spend okay. Don't get mad at me because you
Yeah,
don't.
guys, I'll be right back.
And I'm just keep saying the same thing, Miz. Just like you, brother. I'm gonna keep saying draft O line,
Yeah, for sure.
fix the O line.
Get
You know
Linderbaum,
what
get
sucks.
Aquanu, get
Should be
Munford, get
O-line is
You know what
Zion.
sucks, man. If I were a Giants fan, you know what would suck for me? It's like shit. I drafted Saquon, number 2 overall. I drafted Danny Jones, overdrafted him, 6 overall, and I put him behind the shit O line
Yep.
and
Both of them.
expect them to be superstars.
And now I've been
Right?
saying the same shit all year, have I not, Miz?
Yeah.
That's fucked
And
up.
people been killing me because I'm like, we haven't given Daniel Jones a fair shake or Saquon Barkley a fair shake because we brought them into a
You
line that
set him
doesn't
up.
protect.
You
Yep.
did.
We all
Yeah.
said this.
Dude, what's your name?
G Nation. Lou.
You set him up for failure.
Yep.
Yes.
We sure did.
That's really what you did, right? You set him up for failure.
And we
a
still
guy-
haven't corrected the O-line, which is why they've continued to fail.
Right. You'll never know how good he could be, whether it's your quarterback or running back, without a good offensive line.
100% true.
If you go back, see, I'm not a clown. And I'm not here to troll you guys, right? And actually, through this, me and Miz became friends. We went from killing each other to maybe being friends. You know what I'm saying?
I'm
Right?
cool. I got no problem with you, Bobby.
Because
But
Miz, we're on the same page, brother.
I got no
If you go
problem with you.
back,
And the Eagles have made the playoffs, and you guys deserve to give it to us.
and
a
I'm
little
proud of
bit.
that.
There's
Yo,
no problem
dude,
with
we're
that.
probably
The Eagles are having a good season, so I can't take it away because nobody expected across the country, not just Giant fans. No one expected the
I
Eagles
didn't. I damn
to
sure
win
didn't
more than
expect y'all to
5
be
You
in
know
the
what,
playoffs.
Miz? I was saying it. I'm not crazy. I was saying, you guys, listen, like, I'm back in the hub stream and shit, right? I'm like, I was even saying we might win the division, right? Right? Cowboys, watch this choke show. Are you ready? We can all agree on this. Cowboys ain't shit, dude. They ain't gonna win shit. They can't win shit.
Oh, I don't know, Bobby.
Look at what Kyler Murray just did to him. It was
Yeah.
funny.
That's one game. They still only won by 2, right?
But they've had a few
3.
suspect games this year, though, Miz. To be honest,
Oh, yeah, several.
Right. No, I hear
Okay,
you.
okay.
But
Now,
this is
listen,
what I will say,
if
man,
if
about
you guys
Dallas.
if you guys want to talk about like the playoff picture, right? I'm just saying in
We
an
could.
analytical form, right? Tell me the best team the Cowboys beat, because I already know who they are, but
Who
I'll
are they?
tell you
I mean,
who's
they beat
the
the
best
Patriots, and
team the Cowboys
I
beat.
know the Patriots are not the Patriots of old. I know that. But they did beat the
Okay,
Patriots in New England. In New England. That's a
see,
good
Miz,
win.
you knew that. That's who they beat.
Right.
That's if you look at it on
Wait,
paper,
wait,
right?
wait, wait. They did beat the Chargers, and the Chargers are also having a good season. So that's 2
Yeah,
good
by
teams.
three though. By three.
All right.
It was barely, dude. We almost beat the Patriots. Listen, Miss, I'm not trying to sit here and tell you we're going to the Super Bowl or we're like great or anything like that. But what I'm telling you is though, when you look at it, when you break it down, right? When Dallas played the big boys, Tampa,
Mhm.
the Chiefs,
Right.
they got embarrassed, and that was wonderful on Thanksgiving Day to watch them lose to the Raiders, right? Right?
I hear
Listen,
you.
they got smoked at home, not visiting at home. Dallas got smoked by Denver, 30 to fucking 13 or some shit. They got smoked, right?
Right.
The very next week, we had to go into Denver and play them, and we won 30 to 13. I'm just
I
saying.
remember. Right. So I have a question for you. Let's
What's
say
that?
who are you right? I don't know. I'm asking you who's most likely you're getting in the first round. Dallas?
Nah, I think the way I mean we're gonna see, Miss. I think it's gonna
King
end up
Tone was
being
good, bro.
Tampa.
Tampa.
I think it's gonna be Tampa.
Did I see Sunday's name in the chat?
Okay. I haven't seen Sunday in forever.
I I,
But
I think
so
Miz. I think it could be Tampa,
so you have to go
and
to Tampa.
and
All right.
I'm not afraid.
Well,
Are you gonna root for us, Miz?
I will because if you don't know something about me, I truly
NFC
cannot
East,
stand
right?
Tom Brady more than anything anymore. I've had it with Tom Brady. So I'll be honest with you. I might
Yeah,
actually not
man.
be upset if you won the game. That's the
But
truth.
that's the. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. But in
But
my
it's
opinion,
a hard game, man. It's a hard game.
that Miz, we
Now
got a first
Buko's in
year
the
quarter.
chat. Now Buko's in the chat saying you're gonna get the Rams. Now let me tell you something. You do not want to see the Rams.
That could be too.
Now, do you agree with me with that? You do not want to see the Rams because I don't think they're a good matchup for that team.
Oh, have you seen Stafford's numbers?
I seen the Rams
I'll tell you the
defense.
truth, Miz. What you? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Every team, every team in these playoffs. I hope somebody's recording this and watching it because I keep it real. I'm not a dummy, right? Every team in the playoffs is a threat, right?
Right.
But go look at Sam Bradford and look at like the last couple of weeks, man. Throwing some picks and shit. And the Eagles always play great in LA, right? And then it ends up being more like a home game in that bitch than it is like a LA game. It is what it is. So, but
Be
Miss,
interesting.
I tell you this.
Would be interesting.
You know what I'm proud of, bro? For real, I'm not expecting to win anything this year, right? We got a first year starting quarterback, first year coach. We won 4 games last year. Went 4-11-1. What I'm here for is to tell you guys, you can do that too, right? Wipe the slate, wipe it all, get
Right.
rid of all these motherfuckers, right? Just start from scratch, right? And maybe you can do that too, Miss. And I'm not saying as a smart ass, bro. I'm talking to you as
No, I
my
know.
friend.
No, I hear you. That's
You
your
feel me?
feeling. I get it. That's how. Yeah, that's how you
But there's a
Wipe the
feel.
lot of
slate.
people that feel that way right now. There's a lot of people. There's
Get
Giants
rid of
fans that
all.
feel that way. Yeah.
If you want to be honest,
Uh,
75% of this Giants fan base probably agrees with what you just said.
Miz, I'm just telling you. I watch Joe Judge press conference as an outsider because I'm just curious. Because and I'm thinking maybe I'll get something where I can troll you guys. And I'm watching it, right? And I'm like, holy fuck. I would so fire this guy in a minute. He would be fired like yesterday. I'm gonna fire this. He's a dumbass, dude.
I
He
mean,
sucks.
he's not a dumbass, but he's definitely starting to lose his ways. I agree with that.
He's a special teams coach.
And
He don't.
I'll say this much. Let
You
me just say
listen,
this. He's not he's not doing himself a service with that rant the other night. That I agree with you. He did not help himself with that shit. So
Miss. I love your rants, right? When you say we're the New York Football Giants, right?
yeah, it's true.
And then you start the name. You start the name. Bill Parcells, Tom Coughlin, right? Names like that. Look at what you got now. You gotta fire everybody, dude. It sucks that you can't fire the owner. Like for real. For real.
I mean, the owners
Because
also
I love good competition, and I want you guys to be like, a good football team. But I really feel that only way you're going to get there is you gotta just wipe it out, all of it. Joe Judge too. I don't think Joe Judge is a good coach at all. I don't know what you guys are saying, but I'm not seeing nothing. Nothing at all.
I mean, I'll let Pat talk about that because Pat is very strong on the boat of that Judge deserves more time and he hasn't had a fair chance. This roster's been a mess, which is all kind of,
But Pat don't like me too much. He thinks I'm
There
just
he
here to
goes
be
with that again.
Back on that again.
Pat just thinks I'm here to be a mean person, and Pat just But the rest of you guys, I'll get along with. We can talk football. All right. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead, Pat.
Well, if I thought that, you would be on here right now, Bobby. I said bring him on.
Oh
So
man,
if I didn't like you, I want to say
we'll get over it.
Yeah, I'm over it now. I'm talking football with you right now. But the Joe
All
Judge
right.
situation, Bobby, everybody's getting that misconstrued. Like I'm saying, he's a good coach. I'm not saying he's a good coach, but I'm saying he's the best available that we have. If we can't get a coach that's proven, what's the use of bringing another coach in here who is unproven to try to fix things when it's a total shitstorm here? You just said it yourself. You feel sorry for us. So if this organization is doing that bad, where an Eagles fan feels sorry for a Giants fan base, what the hell is another unproven coach going to do if you bring him in here? What is he going to do? Give me a head
Think
coach
up the
that
joint
has
some more.
exactly. Give me a head coach that's going to have more credentials than Joe Judge coming in right now.
Oh yeah.
And I'm totally for it.
Well,
I'm totally for it.
wait a minute.
So all he's saying, Bobby, is if we're gonna fire Joe Judge,
Dude.
don't bring in another unproven dude. Bring in a guy that can build a
G
freaking
Nation.
team.
I was right with him until the last statement. Who are we going to bring in that has more credentials than what? You
Joe
could
Judge
bring
has
in,
Joe Judge has 2 years of coaching experience. I don't want a coach that
dude. He
doesn't have
sucks.
any coaching experience.
Joe Judge.
Yeah, I know he sucks compared to everybody. He sucks. But what is an Eric Bieniemy going to do coming in here that has no coaching experience, has
Yeah,
no
I mean,
experience of
you
building
need.
a roster?
So what you're saying is like a first time experience.
Yeah, that's what
OC.
I'm saying.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
bring another one of those in
They
there.
have no
Give
experience
us a
of building a
proven
roster.
coach.
They
Yes.
have no experience
I
of
hate to
building a
say it
culture.
though. I hate to say it. What about a guy like Doug Peterson?
Nah, Bobby. Y'all got rid of him for a
He won a
reason.
Super Bowl.
I'm gonna be. I'm
Dude,
gonna be.
With
I
Frank.
Chip
wouldn't like it.
Kelly's team.
Frank
That was
Reich
Chip
had a lot to
Kelly's
do
team.
with
I'm
that.
just saying
Frank
though.
Wright, yeah.
I'm
Frank
just
Reich had a
saying.
lot to do with that. I'm not gonna lie to you. Frank Reich put it there to the Colts,
Listen,
and they turned around.
this
Correct.
Pat. I know a lot more. I know a lot more about that whole thing, right? Uh, Listen, Frank Reich is over there with 11-5 team, right? They got Carson Wentz, right? They're 9-7, scrambling for the playoffs. So I don't really want to argue or talk about that. I think I just made my point in the numbers. They went from 11-5 to 9-7 with Carson Wentz. We got a first round pick. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. We'll take that first round pick. Eagles are going to go big balling into the draft with 3 first round picks. Now, I'm going to tell you something. I am going to say this, right, my friends? Look, we barely made the playoffs. We barely made the playoffs, right? And then we go in the next year with 3 first round picks and $50 million in salary cap space. Okay? Beware the birds. Motherfucker, man, I'm telling you, man. You know, I'm just saying, you can say what you want, but I'm just laying out the facts.
So here's the situation, Bobby Murphy, and that's a damn good point. You guys got 3 first round picks and $50 million in cap room. So
And you guys are in good.
You're going to see the real Nick Sirianni next year because you guys are going to be predicted to do very well next year.
Yes, sir.
Because that is a
Yeah,
damn
I wasn't
good.
sold on him, Pat. Be honest, I'm not sold on him. Like for real, for real. I'm not sold on him, right? But I will tell you this: as a
Better
first year
than Joe
coach,
Judge so far.
he got us to the playoffs, Pat. That's why I'm saying you're cutting Joe Judge a little too much slack, dude. Uh, Come on now, talking all that junk and no production, right?
But
Your
if you
team went
if
out. Here's how I feel. Here's how I would feel if I was a Giants a fan. You guys went out, spent all that money in free agency, right? And you never, and I will always, and I always tell everybody this, and they laugh at me or whatever, but I'm always right. You can't build a team in free agency.
nope,
It's always built through the draft, right? I think we all know that, right?
right. Good
And
teams are
I'm
always
just
built through the
listening.
draft. The Rams are probably the only ones that really haven't done it through the draft because you can really say they did it through the draft too because they drafted good picks.
They
And
better
they
hope it
traded all
works,
those
Pat.
first round picks.
Hey,
But
Pat. Hey, Pat.
huh?
Hey, Pat. Check this out. Right? If it don't work, and they traded those 2 first-round picks for Matthew Stafford, right? How'd it work out for them?
If they
Not
don't
too
win the
good,
Super,
right?
if they don't win the Super Bowl within the next 2 years, they're going to be terrible
Don't.
because they've gone all out for a Super Bowl, and that roster is going to be shredded within, I say, 2 to 3 years. They got about a 2 to 3 year window to win the Super Bowl. If they don't win the Super Bowl, that'll be a total
Yeah.
failure.
I would say that. Yeah. 1, 2, 1, years. Yeah. And see, here's what's fucked up though, Pat. They don't even have a first round pick or like good picks to fix
2024, I
fill the
believe.
holes. Dude, that's what I'm telling you about. It would be the biggest mistake, in my opinion. I'm just trying to tell you guys my opinion, right? So if you do it or you don't, and then I can come back in a year or two and laugh at you guys, and you're gonna remember who I am. We can talk about it. Um, don't you fucking ever give up your 2 first-round picks like that, or and your future next for dude. Russell Wilson hasn't won a Super Bowl since 2015. Okay, Aaron Rodgers hasn't won a Super Bowl since 2011. Okay,
Well, that
great
could change in
quarterback.
about 4 weeks. But yeah.
No, but listen, they look great on film. They look great. Miz, I'm right there with you. I'm watching them, and they make certain passes, and I'm like, oh shit, I wish I had the quarterback on my. But yo, how about this? How about this? How about this instead? How about I build a team instead? Because these, I'm telling you right now, Seattle, their starting bid is 3 first-round picks. Okay, that's ridiculous. So you guys would have to give up your 2 first and your next year's first to even talk, be in the conversation, right? For what? For a 34-year-old quarterback, bro? Are you really willing to mortgage like your? Don't you guys want to be good like longer? You know, besides that little hotspot thing. Yeah,
That's what
you
she
feel me?
said. Sorry, you made it too easy. He said, "Don't you guys want to go longer?" And their little hotspot thingy. That's what she said. I'm sorry.
You
Yeah,
feel
but
me though?
what's longer?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
If you could get a Russell Wilson here, and you don't have to give up both ones this year, you could
With
somehow
what,
work out one
Pat?
this year or
You're
one
gonna
next.
put
Wait a
Russell
minute.
Wilson behind that O line? Are you fucking serious, bro?
Hell
Like
to the
for real?
no. That
Bro,
was Miz was
you're
saying
not
You're
letting me
you're
hello.
gonna
finish.
put?
You're not letting me finish. I'm telling
I'm
you,
sorry,
you give up a one this year, a one next year, a three this year, a three
it
next
ain't
year,
gonna
because
work,
we have two threes and we have two
Mid
ones. Listen, let
Mid.
me finish.
Well,
And
that
you
sounds
still
great, but it's
listen,
not gonna work.
listen. You still have another one. You still have a two. You still have a three, and you still have two
Okay,
fours with Russell Wilson in the house. You could still build an offensive line, Bobby. Right now, this draft.
okay, and that's what we agreed on from the jump, Miz. Like, dude, I'm in your fucking streams. See, I shouldn't care. I really shouldn't. I should worry about my own business, right? But uh, giant content creators are better than Eagles because they're fucking idiots, right? That's why I come hang out with you guys. But anyway, I'm saying to you, Miss O line, O line, come
I
on,
just did
man.
a mock draft.
Bobby,
Authentic. Go check out my mock
did you
draft.
not just hear what I just said? I will never neglect the O line. If it was up to me, I would have gone crazy O
Always,
line last year. You know
always.
that.
Miss,
But
it's
the
always, if
Giants
you
can
really think
have,
about it,
and I think an
if you
Eagle
really
fan
think
doesn't
about it,
want to hear this. But the Giants can have
they
Russell
don't.
Wilson and still build this O line in the first 4 rounds of this draft. They can.
They
I will
want,
say this.
you know what,
I,
Miss,
go
I will
ahead.
say
Go ahead.
this. Here's what pissed me off. Like, in the free agency season, right? You guys are signing wide receivers, corners, right? And Miz, tell me I'm not, and it's true. You can go back and look at it. I'm in midstream. I'm or Hubs.
Right.
O lineman. Where's the O line? Come on. You guys go in the draft.
100%. You're right.
Mother how do you not draft O lineman in the first round, bro? I
100%.
don't I would be let me tell if I was a Giants fan and I'm sitting there in the first round, I'm not looking at wide receiver anyway because I just signed Galladay to that big contract in 72 mil. And my line sucks. 31st ranked in the league. I'm gonna draft me the best O lineman available. Lucas Slater. He's a fucking dominant tackle in the league. He was sitting right there. That's exactly why Gettleman should be fired. And then next, Joe Judge. Send him, bro. As a friend, we're just a football friend, right?
Yeah.
Like I'm being your friend, right? You fucking fire Joe Judge and Gettleman and get them out the door. But I think it's the bad part is I think it's higher than that. I think it's Mara, this old man.
The big problem is Mara's made a lot of boo-boos here since the day that the Giants sat Eli out of that game. Mara's been trying to make it up for him for 2 years, and he forced Gettleman to draft players to try to help Eli make another run as an apology, and it's been a problem. But it snowballed. But you are right about one thing. I've said it. A lot of the guys in here have said it. The Giants neglected the O-line last year. In a draft full of O-linemen, they did not pick one lineman, and that was a disgrace. And then they scrambled around to pick up these bums off the street a week before the season. You're 100% right about that. And I've said that, and Pat, Lou, we all know that, man. Authentic, everybody knows that. And the thing is, it's hard to blame one person, and I was not a fan of Tony. These guys know it. As a matter of fact, if I was the GM, I wasn't even thinking twice. I would have ran up to the podium and grabbed Parsons, and I think a lot of people would have. And that guy's proven to be a monster. So, and the thing about Slater, and I'm always gonna say this, I'm never gonna let this go, because there's a guy in this YouTube world that thinks he knows more than all of us. And the guy said he wouldn't touch Slater with a baseball bat because he's gonna be a bust. And I let him know about it every other day in his YouTube videos. I'm not gonna mention the name, but we all know who he is.
Oh, you fuck with him, Miss? What, you drone?
I fuck him. I fuck with him, not him.
Yeah, but dude, I'm just, I'm not going to say I'm like a draft expert or nothing like that, but
no, listen, Bobby, I'm not gonna lie, Bobby. You are right about that, and I gotta say something. You brought a lot to the stream tonight, so we appreciate that. This is good football talk. You don't gotta fight. You don't have to curse each other.
Yeah.
Yes, the Eagles are in the playoffs.
And Pat, man, no hard feelings.
Yes, they are.
It's just I just have a feeling like for some reason Pat don't like me, but it's okay.
Well, you need to get that feeling away from you, sir. Like I said, I invite everyone to my streams. I invite everyone.
Yes,
to my
sir.
streams. So,
but yeah, it's cool.
Welcome. As long as we're cordial.
I love football. I
even click on your chats when you go into my stream. Little chats. You always put the beer behind whatever you say. A lot of times it's like Pat's a hater.
I love football
because I know how you are. But
me and Miz, right? we're going at it like bansies, right? But we're what and we're agreeing the whole time. O line, O line, build the O line.
They know it too. They know it too, Bobby. Not just me or you. They
But
know.
I do want to give you a scenario though, guys. If you'll let me go real quick. Let's say they do what everybody feels is the right thing, and it is the right thing if you bring in a proven coach. It's the exact right thing to do. You bring in a GM and you bring in a proven coach. Let's say they do that. Let's say we hire a Ken Dorsey and we're able to, some miracle, we're able to get Jim Harbaugh or Sean Payton or someone. Let's go with business idea first. Bobby, I know you don't like this idea too much, but let's say we give up one of our first round picks and the first round pick next year in 2/3. One this year and one next year. So you have Harbaugh, new GM, Russell Wilson. They're all on one accord. You have your quarterback, you have your coach, you have your GM. Now you still have one first round pick, like you said. Let's say that first round pick is the number 5 pick. Evan Neal is there, or if Kenyon Green is there, you take me personally. If you're going with Russell Wilson, I'm taking Evan Neal because I want 2 bookend right tackles. Russell Wilson
You
knows how
guys,
to maneuver in that pocket real good. Hold on, let me finish.
you're not my team, but in my opinion, I'd fire everybody. Everybody. I don't think Joe Judge is a good coach. I really don't. I think it's not a good culture. Okay, how can Nick Sirianni come in 1 year and go from a 4-11-1 team to a playoff team, and he's talking about flowers and corny shit, right? But we still win games, right? Joe Judge can't, dude.
What's up, Adam?
When you want to, in my opinion, no hard feelings. In my opinion, get rid of Gettleman, get rid of Joe Judge. Unfortunately, you can't fire the owner. Unfortunately, you can't. You wish you could, but you can't. Right? I'd fire all them motherfuckers, man. That old man. I think the old man upstairs is making a lot of big mistakes for you guys. Right?
So that's why
So,
I put it.
but
That's why I put it in my scenario, Bobby. Let me go through it with it. I said Joe Judge has been fired. Gettleman's gone. You got a new GM. You got a new coach, a proven coach. Like I said, I'm going through Mrs. scenario. We get Russell
every
Wilson.
GM's gonna want to hire their own coach. It's a if you go look at it, that's the how the league goes. Um, every GM was to hire their own head coach.
Yeah,
They're
that's
not,
true.
or they got a free pass. They're not going to be held responsible for the coach that you gave them. It just is what it is.
That's why I'm going through. I'm gonna go through 2 scenarios. The first one was Mrs. scenario. We get Russell Wilson, a new coach, and a new GM. Give up those picks. The first pick, I'm taking either Kenyon Green or Evan Neal, whichever one is right there. Reason why Kenyon Green, he can play tackle or guard. But I want 2 good tackles if I got Russell Wilson. The second round, I'm taking the best guard available. I'm taking the best guard available because if Russell Wilson has a good offense with weapons on there, he has a good offensive line, he can do some things even if the defense is not up to par to where they should be. But I think the defense is playing just fine. So the first, second round, I'm getting 2 offensive linemen. That first, third round pick, if there's an edge available that I like, I get them. But I will say this: if there's a receiver in that third round that we feel can help out Russell Wilson and help out Kenny Galladay and Tony, I take them there, or a tight end. If there's a good tight end or receiver available that we feel that's good. If not, I'm probably going offensive line again. Because if you bring in Russell Wilson, this is what not people are not thinking about. And maybe Bobby, you've already thought about it. Russell Wilson is going to have a contract upwards of $40 million per year. So the little bit of free agent money that you can create by cutting some players, that's going to him. So you have to hit both these drafts coming up. And now people are not thinking the very next year, you don't have a first and a third round pick the next year. You only got a second and a fourth round pick. So your GM and coach is going to have to hit both years if you want to get to that goal of a Super Bowl. Because when you bring Russell Wilson here, that means Super Bowl. Nothing less.
Pat, here's my problem with this, right? If my team was ready, offensive and defensively, and they're ready, and the only thing I'm missing is a quarterback.
Exactly,
right?
Bobby.
But look, and I'm just being honest, and I'm looking at it from the outside. Look how many holes the Giants have, right? You give up those picks, and you bring him in behind that same trash O-line, you're going to kind of get the same results, maybe with a few more wins, but you're not going to win nothing, bro. You ain't going to win nothing. And why? Well, and ask yourself this: why would he want to come here? He's leaving Seattle because their O-line sucks.
Nate. Congrats, Nate.
You feel me? Draft collateral is very important. See, I'm a draft geek. I watch college football. You know, probably see, and that's why I have problem times with some of these streams because a lot of people don't. They're like, "Who's this guy? Who's this guy? Who's that guy?" No, if you watch college football, motherfucker, you know who they are, right?
Exactly.
I was the one. I swear to God, for real. The night Jalen Hurts was drafted, I'm on live streams, right? And I'm telling these people, these great content creators, right? I'm telling them, Jalen Hurts is taking Carson Wentz's job. He's a dog. I'm telling you, I watched him play at Alabama, and he went to Oklahoma. I'm telling you, man, he's the dog. Pat, they all told me I was crazy, right? I'm crazy. Laughed at me like I was a knucklehead. Who is the starting quarterback for the Philadelphia Eagles this year?
Jalen Hurts.
Who led in the playoffs this year?
Jalen Hurts. You're absolutely right.
And you feel me though? And they talked to me like I was a straight up though clown. Like, I mean, I'm not saying, I projected everything about him, right? I knew he was more of a quarterback than Wentz was, because Wentz was nothing but a bitch, right? And they lost again last week, and they'll probably lose again next week, because that dude Carson Wentz, he's got one thing. He's got one thing. He's a loser. He's a fucking loser, dude.
Shit.
Look at my boy. Look at my boy Hurts, right? He's even helping people up off the ground, right?
And look,
When they
Washington
fall off the rail.
Stadium is terrible.
Dude, that was ridiculous. He in panic though.
Too.
Pat, did you see that? He's like,
yeah, that was terrible, man.
I was like surprised. He in panic though. He's like, oh, then he's just picking them up off the ground. That's pretty cool though, huh?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I said
Hey,
it too.
guys.
Hurts can be a decent quarterback if he gets his accuracy corrected, and that comes with time.
I'm going to slide out, bro. It's already 11
Yeah.
o'clock. And I'm
I'm
tired
gonna
of
slide
shit.
out pretty soon too myself. Miz, your first 2 hour stream, bro.
Yes, a success. Appreciate all of you for helping. Thank you. Every one of us, Bobby, you too. Thanks for coming on. You brought some different type of life to this stream tonight. Our usual partner Joel is getting rest. He's feeling under the weather, so I hope he feels better. And I appreciate everybody for coming in. And you know what we do? We talk football. And right now, that's what makes
Next
us feel
Tuesday,
better about these
next
low times the Giants are having.
next Tuesday, this very same show will be on Classified 3F with Joe's channel.
Yep.
All right,
But
that's what it
This,
is.
until the next time,
listen,
fellas, I'll
these,
be out.
you
Bobby
know,
Murphy,
I mean,
enjoyed your company tonight, bro. Nothing against you, man. Do that every time, and we're gonna have a good damn time, Bobby. I promise you.
Pause.
Pause.
Yes, sir. We
All
will
right, fellas.
we will
All right.
reconnect later in the week as we get closer to week 18.
Right.
Yeah. And make sure
let's
y'all
do
go
this.
check out
You
my
know what?
mock draft video.
At least we're in the tournament. Like, dude, for real, I'm not looking to. I'll be honest. All these teams we're facing are better than us, right? But we got a shot in the tournament, right?
That's all you want.
So let's go. Let's fight. Let's fight. Guys, we from Philly. We fight.
Well, we're gonna call this stream a night. Bobby, you'll see us on again. You can always call in. Good
Yes,
luck to
sir.
your Eagles. I'm sure we will talk before the playoff week anyway. So
And I will say
All
this:
right.
out of the NFC teams, I actually hope y'all do go far because I don't want none of those other NFC teams
Well,
to win.
you
Not the
know,
Cowboys.
you
None of
know. I mean, don't get me wrong. I don't think we're going to really. I'm not sitting here trying to say we're going to win the Super Bowl or no stupid shit like that. But we might shock a few teams with our running game. Our running game is elite.
You ain't lying. That
Don't
running
put
game,
us
y'all, is ridiculous.
don't put us in a cold place where all we gotta do is, and the wind's twirling and all you can do is run. Don't put us there because you will lose, right? I,
yeah,
Miz, we're the
what?
fucking number one Russian football team in the league
I
for the
know.
last 7 weeks. You feel me, dog? So I can say that.
Yeah, you're
Don't
right.
put us Don't put us in cold weather in the wind where your quarterback can't throw the ball and we got to run. But we'll hurt you.
Well, you're not gonna get cold weather in the winds. You're gonna get Tampa Bay, sunny,
Tampa
80
Bay,
degrees.
Florida.
Tom
Ain't
Brady.
that a bitch, Wiz? Yo, Mitch, that's a bitch, man. That's what I was thinking too. I'm like, fuck. But it's what we're
The
built
best
for,
place y'all
though.
can go to is Green Bay, but Aaron Rodgers
But
can
you know
throw
what,
anywhere.
guys? Like, for real. Are we still live or are we just talking to ourselves?
No,
No,
we're
we
live right
still
now.
live. I'm finna head off though, Bobby,
We're
man.
gonna
It was
cut it
good
off.
talking to you tonight, bro. Can't wait to talk to you on the next stream, man.
Yeah,
All right.
guys. See you on the next stream. I'm gonna cut this off. Send everybody off. It was a
Hey,
good
man.
night. Thanks for
Much
joining.
respect to you guys. I don't come here to be an asshole. For real, I really don't. Pat, Miz already found that out.
We're
Pat,
cool.
and I don't.
We're cool. Everybody's cool.
I want to see Giants football get back to Giants football because I love those rivalries. I miss them. You know what I'm saying?
You ain't
Yeah.
lying, Bobby. I
We
miss
get
it too,
there.
bro.
Well, on
We're
that
getting
Okay.
note,
into it. But on the end note, this is still the most dominant division in NFL history. We're the only division
Yeah.
that every team has a Super
Right?
Bowl win. And
Hell
we have
yeah.
the most Super Bowls between us. So that's why
Yeah.
they kick us while
And we
we
finally
down.
got ours.
That's why they call us the
Hell
NFC
yeah.
Least, because it's their chance to say, hey, look, They're bad now. We're the
Hell
only
yeah.
division that's beaten Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. And I could keep going on and on about the NFC
Yeah.
East.
That's the
But
truth.
peace out, fellas.
No
Peace
doubt.
out.